Monday morning, the 4th of March. Good morning to you and yours. This is THG News Today with Mervyn Henley. How was your weekend? I trust that you had yourselves a wonderful one. I certainly did. It was indeed a great weekend. What have you missed over the weekend as far as news? Of course, Jamaica, the electoral officials, they're saying that the Jamaica Labour Party won the local election by a very slight margin, but they're still wrangling about taking the matter to court, and JLP's taking the PNP for recounts and court hearings, and PMP's taking JLP for recount and court hearings. And I do not want to bore you with all those details, even though it is said that the JLP won by a slim majority. They won, I forgot what it was, 7 parishes or something like that. And the PNP 5 parishes. But of course, they have over 20 counties or whatever it is within those parishes. So it's just a hot mess in Jamaica. And I don't want to bore you with those details as far as that election is concerned. What else have you missed over the weekend? You know that there is a family struggle of some sort between the famous Stewart family, those who own the Sandals Resort, where the late Butch Stewart would have left whatever for his sons, but his common law wife, she's saying no, not so fast. Half of this belongs to me, or whatever the case that is. I'm not going to bore you with those details, but of course, if anything major happens, that's a court battle that's above our pay grade. That's above our pay grade. Let them battle it out. And lots happening, and we are going to tell you more. I have some news stories for you, but let us get to Fees on Nevis, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Nevis, satisfy your sweet tooth at Fees, the cozy spot in Charlestown, known for its mouth-watering ice cream and dal parade. We are open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come in and sample our patties, sandwiches, air-fried wings with fries, hot dogs, rotis, and now our famous smoothies, in all flavors of course. And don't forget to try the famous bus-up shut and saltfish. It's Fees, located at the entrance to the Cotton Ginnery Mall in Charlestown, Nevis. They are also available by phone, so place your order by calling 1-869-665-2458. Don't ask about the rest, just try the best.
Okay, and let's begin this morning with news out of Jamaica. A 16-year-old waitress was shot dead, allegedly by her ex-boyfriend, after a male companion accompanied her home from work in Westmoreland on Saturday morning. A 16-year-old shot by her ex-boyfriend? What kind of man, what kind of ex can a 16-year-old possibly have for him to have shot her, killed her? Seriously, a 16-year-old? I mean, let's continue. The deceased has been identified as Tara Alicia Dennis of Grant Bush in the community. The incident reportedly happened at 2:15 in the morning. Reports from the police are that Dennis was on her way home from work when, upon reaching the Little London Square, she disembarked the transportation and met up with a friend. The male companion, said to be a mechanic, then accompanied the 16-year-old to her house on foot. Both Dennis and the mechanic later sat on her veranda talking. It is alleged that shortly after, the suspect, Dennis's ex-boyfriend, entered the yard and opened gunfire at Dennis and her male friend. Dennis and the 38-year-old man, in fear of their lives, made a bid to escape. So she's 16, or she was 16, and this man at 2:15 in the morning at her house is 38 years old. Okay. The police said the suspect later left the scene on foot. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, Dennis and her male companion were seen on the veranda suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds to their upper bodies. They were subsequently rushed by the police to hospital, where Dennis was pronounced dead, that's a 16-year-old, on arrival, and the mechanic admitted for gunshot wounds to his abdomen and back. Investigations are ongoing. Wow.
On behalf of the judging panel, the winners for the 52nd Leeward Islands debating competition, amassing points of 645 points. The winners are... Oh, wow. From Queen City, Nevis.
congratulations to Team Nevis. Team Nevis came up against St. Kitts last night in the Leeward Islands debating competition yesterday evening, and they won that, so great congratulations to them. We'll have more on this in a subsequent news item. Now we look at news from the British Virgin Islands. Of course, former Premier Andrew Fahie is currently imprisoned in Miami while lawyers wrangle on his fate after a jury found him guilty of drug trafficking conspiracy on February 8th. I believe the next hearing for former Premier Fahie, that will be on March 7th. So in a few days, actually this week, later this week, I'll have some news for you on former Premier Fahie and what the judge decided there in that crazy case. According to the BVI Beacon, former Premier Fahie is among 5 former legislators expected to receive hundreds of thousands of dollars in post-term salary payments thanks to the 2021 law the public has dubbed the Greedy Bill, according to information provided to the House of Assembly by Premier Dr. Natalia Wheatley. Dr. Wheatley said a total of $2.6 million will be paid out under a section of the law that was repealed last year, but that still allows ex-legislators who served in the previous House of Assembly to receive up to 4 years' salary after leaving office, unless they turn it down. So Fahie is apparently eligible for this largest payout, and since he held office for more than 5 terms, and his annual pay package as premier was around $150,000 US, he appears to be eligible to receive 4 years worth of post-term salary, so that's around $600,000 US on top of his other benefits. So they have that for Fahie in a lump sum, $600,000, along with other benefits and other allowances that are due to him. These payments come in addition to other benefits, including a retirement allowance provided for life to any former legislator aged 50 and over who served at least 5 years. So, no pun intended, but Fahie is set for life. We'll find out how this life story goes later this week and to see what the judge decides. Now we move to, Anguilla, St. Maarten. Something good is happening as far as Carnival 50. The Honorable Premier Ellis Webster and the Honorable Minister Deanne Kentish Rogers traveled to St. Maarten on Friday to officially welcome on board Motor World St. Maarten as a platinum sponsor of the Anguilla Summer Festival 50th anniversary celebrations, according to a press release. As part of their partnership commitment, Motor World has donated 2 Shanghai CS36 Plus, which will make up part of the prize package for the Calypso Monarch and the Miss Anguilla pageant. So 2 vehicles. Additionally, the Anguilla Summer Festival Committee, according to the press release, will also receive at purchase cost a Shanghai East Plus Lux, which will be raffled during the festival. Tickets will go on sale in the upcoming weeks. So that's 3 vehicles in all, 2 of them fully sponsored to the Anguilla Summer Festival, and 1 will be at cost price to the Anguilla Summer Festival. So that is good stuff there coming out of Anguilla as they prepare for Carnival 50. Of course, without, for now, a Lansom Bowl Cultural Center. I wish they can get that matter sorted. Over the weekend, I sent you something from the Honorable Cora Richardson Hodge. She was on local media outlet Class FM, where she was speaking about some unfinished business there at the planning department as it relates to the Lansom Bowl Cultural Center. So it's just a matter of getting the work started at the Lansom Bowl Cultural Center. And finally, in our news this morning, the traffic department of the St. Maarten Police Force is actively investigating a serious hit-and-run incident that occurred on February 29th at approximately 10:45 p.m. At the mentioned time, Police Central Dispatch received multiple distress calls reporting a female victim lying in the middle of the road at the crossing of Welfare Road and Welfare Drive in Colby. According to witnesses, the victim was allegedly struck by an unknown vehicle that fled the scene immediately after the incident. In response to the calls, several police patrols and ambulance personnel were dispatched to the location. Upon arrival, officers and ambulance personnel found a female victim lying on the ground with noticeable injuries. This is according to the Daily Herald. Despite efforts, there were no eyewitnesses to the accident.
Officers conducted an extensive area search and reviewed surveillance footage to ascertain the sequence of events leading to the incident, albeit with limited success. Further medical examination revealed that the victim suffered bruises to her face and upper body and also internal organ bleeding. My goodness. And had to undergo emergency surgery. She's currently in critical but stable condition at the St. Maarten Medical Center. The St. Maarten Police Force is urging anyone with information regarding the accident or who may have witnessed the incident to come forward and assist with the investigation. Information can be provided to the traffic department directly or via email at traffic@policesxm.xx. Let me read that one more time. traffic@policesxm.xx. Any information, no matter how small, could prove crucial in bringing the perpetrator to justice and ensuring the safety of our community. The personnel of the traffic department can be reached by telephone number 542-2222 with extension 241 or 239. Now, the person who knocked down this lady, you may be listening to this broadcast right now. Let your conscience be your guide. Speaking of St. Maarten, we'll now hear from Carl & Sons on St. Maarten, the beautiful island of St. Maarten. Do join me again tomorrow morning, God's willing, at 6 o'clock for a similar presentation. I am Mervyn Henley, and I am wishing all of you a blessed day.
Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Maarten for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are 2 locations, Coal Bay and on the Pondville. In Coal Bay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Pondville, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Coal Bay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you.